Welcome. I don't need a microphone because I'm very loud, so my apologies. But welcome to Front Royal Presbyterian Church. We're so glad that you're here. It is a joy for us each year to host such wonderful music and put everybody in the mood for the Christmas spirit. We're glad that you've come so many years, and we thank you guys for sharing the Christmas message. So thank you. That's pretty impressive. They never say amen or clap before I preach. Anyway, so we would invite you to worship. We worship every Sunday at 11. We have special Christmas Eve services. We have a really fun one at 4 o'clock. We call our Wiggles and Giggles. For the young kids, they get to come and dress in costume and run around and tell the Christmas story and have fun. And then at 7 o'clock, we have our Lessons in Carols, which is your traditional service. And we have communion and candlelight at the end. Everybody is welcome, and I would love to get to know each one of you. But tonight's not about us. It's about this wonderful group behind me. And I want to thank the Valley Chorale at Front Royal for being here with us, and as well as Dr. Ryan Keebaugh. Thank you, Dr. Ryan. Thank you. They asked me to do an opening prayer, so let's bow our heads in prayer. Good and gracious God, you have told us that we get to praise you in so many different ways. And one of the most glorious and fantastic ways is to lift our voices in song. For generations upon generations, it has been a way to share our spirit, our sorrow, our joy and gladness, and all of those things that we are preparing for in this Advent season. So in this time, Lord, let our hearts be enveloped by the glorious sound around us, so that our hearts might also be lifted up towards you and you alone. We give you great thanks for these voices, for their time and their energy and their commitment. And we give you great thanks for all those that are gathered in this place. For, Lord, it is to your glory and your glory alone, through your Son's holy and precious name. Amen. Amen. Enjoy, I'll shut up.
Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you are all doing well. So we are the Valley Chorale of Front Royal, and you will see from your program, our concert is entitled Home for Christmas, so you will have an opportunity to carol with us, and us with you. So just follow along in the program. I might skip some things here and there, but in your pew, somewhere around you, you will see a blue Presbyterian hymnal, and that's the one we will use, and I'll just tell you the page numbers and we'll go from there. So our first piece will be entitled Once in Royal David City. So this is your moment. If you would grab the hymnal, and please turn to page 5. We will sing Let All Mortal Flesh Keep Silent Together. Let's do verse 1, 3, and 4. Verse 1, 3, and 4. Will you please stand if you are able?
Conductor, composer, primarily served at Harvard, but at one time he actually served at UVA.
So our next piece is Last Words of David, followed by The Road Unto.
Ruling in the fear of
part of our program for Home for Christmas, I asked a few young children, right around 4th and 5th grade, at the school where I teach, to talk to me about what home means to them, and I thought I'd share some of those with you. So here's the first one. Compared to a tree. To me, home is the root. The roots are the ancestors or the mother of the family. They don't move anywhere, so they keep memories. They build up the traits and senses of the home. The roots seem small, but they hold the home up. To me, home is also the trunk. After generation to generation, the trunk grows longer. The more it grows, the stronger it gets. The stronger it gets, the safer it gets. When the trunk is fully grown, you have your home. Without the trunk, your home won't be the one. To me, home is the branch. The branches move from right to left, then up to down. If the branches didn't move, families won't be made. If families won't be made, the roof won't be made. Branches are made to put new taste in the home. To me, home is also a leaf. Leaves introduce new people to the home. They make it look warm. The leaves are important because they keep the home running. Without the leaves, the home would not be complete. To me, home is a tree. A cozy tree giving you love. Love that you deserve. A home gives the definition for you. It has a place that is meant for you. To me, a home is like a tree, not a piece of wood. A home is unique. And to me, a home is explained by a tree. She is 4 years old. Oh, fourth grade, not 4 years old. So also, I asked some of my choir members to give me reflections of what home is. So this is done by Clarke. Home is where the heart is. When I was young, home was where I slept and ate and did my daily chores. It had no particular meaning. I was the youngest of 5 by almost 9 years. My brother and sisters had their own circle of friends and were really not at home very much. Sundays were always fun because even after they were married, it was understood that Sundays were for family and dinner. I didn't realize how much home meant to me until I went into the service and transferred overseas for 2 years and missed all the dinners and holidays together. It wasn't the house or even my friends that I missed. It was my family. The house was just a house and didn't become home until we were all together. Although my parents and 3 siblings have passed away, I still remember our times together as family and try to duplicate them with my own family. I now have 2 sons and their wives and 6 grandchildren. We're not together every Sunday, but they are always in my heart and mind, and we are very close. Without the family of my youth, and my current family life would not be the same. I hope and pray that after I am gone from this life, that they will also carry the memories of our family. So I guess what I'm saying is that home is really family, for without it, the home would only be a house with no meaning. Amen. So our next piece is the well-known piece, Carol the Bells. If you know it, feel free to sing along.
Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, through castle
In the Mood of Wintertime. Page 61. So our next two pieces of music, the first one is "Oh Love" by the contemporary composer Elaine Hagenberg. And the final one before our brief intermission will be "Zion's Walls" by the great American composer Aaron Copland. So first and foremost, thank you for the Front Royal Presbyterian Church for hosting us, having us. We always love this space, so thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Our next are some of our donors, the Town of Front Royal and Town Council, of course, the Virginia Commission for the Arts, the Mustard Seed Foundation in Washington, Virginia, the Blue Ridge Safety Services in Luray, the Marion Park Lewis Foundation of Winchester, Windcrest Foundation in Middletown, Virginia, and the Volts Winchester Foundation of Winchester. So thank you all to all of our corporate donors. We love bringing music to the community, and without you, none of this is possible. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts to all of you.
You can go sit down. A couple quick announcements, and then we're going to ask you to do something for us. But I think some of the singers probably would appreciate getting to walk around a bit or maybe sit down. So folks behind me, if you want to stretch your legs, you all stay put, please. My name is David Fries, and it is a huge privilege for me to be the president of the Valley Chorale Front Royal. And what that means is every Monday I get to hang out with and make music with and spend time with all of these wonderful and talented singers behind me. One of whom is right here.
Hello, I'm Mackenzie Jones. I'm also a board member and the youth coordinator. And when this was oratory, I've been coming to these concerts since I was 6 weeks old. So this is a big part of. I've always been out there though. This is the first year that I've been up on this end, and it's awesome on both sides. And if you love singing, please come join us. We need people, especially young people.
For over 50 years, we have been singing an annual Christmas concert in Front Royal for the community. And we pride ourselves, thanks to you and your generosity, in being able to continue making these concerts free and open to the public so that everyone who wants to can come. To continue that tradition, we are now going to ask some of our singers to pass Christmas baskets down the aisle. Dan is going to play something lovely on the piano, and sing along if you recognize it. Feel free to sing along. But we would ask you to be as generous as you possibly can, because in April we're doing a big Earth Day celebration themed on the earth and humanity. And so we'd like to think of tonight as kind of a down payment on the next free concert. And someone also told me if you need to stand up and stretch a bit, you can reach deeper into your pockets while standing.
reading from a 5th grader. What home means to him. Home. Home is where all friends gather, open their arms to the rich and the poor. Home is where I like to play. There is nowhere more I would rather stay. When there's a storm, my mom is there to keep me warm. And when I'm sad, my sister makes me glad. That I live in this peaceful home. No one should ever be alone. It's sad and it makes me so mad. No one is perfect and we all make mistakes. But no one deserves to live in this state. Finding a box to stay in for the night. Volunteers and charities are their only light. Now it's our turn to take on the fight. Raise all the money and make things right. A kind gesture or act of goodwill can make all the difference to someone still. Help from our neighbors, family, and friends. A solid foundation is where it begins. A sense of pride from the community base when we volunteer to create such a space. It's not a luxury, it's a right. A safe, warm home to sleep in at night. Our next one comes from home. Home is sitting on my grandmother's porch. Home is eating her donuts. She didn't lie. Home is truly her love for me. She was a servant of the Most High. Home is where I know my father's love. He was the best man I can know. He lived a life of serving him. He gave to anyone who needs help. I could grow. My family is my home, and they love me. My husband gives to me in every way. He is the best man I can hope for in truth. He is clever. My children are perfect for me until that day. But God is my home. He is worthy of praise. He is the creator and holy, and will ever love me for eternity. He is my God forever holy. So now it's your turn to join us again. If you turn in the blue hymnal to page 23. Angels we have heard on high, and please you may stay seated. Angels we have heard on high.
Echoing their joyous strains.
So our next piece will be Silent Night, and it's an arrangement by the American composer David Keebaugh. do my favorite, Joy to the World. Joy to the World, page 40 in the hymnal, Joy to the World. And you may stand too. Like, if you want to sit, sit. If you want to stand, please stand. home is where everyone belongs, a place where dreams come true, where you are loved and cared for, where people put smiles on your face and help you, where you belong no matter what race you are, a place to have memories and to remember them. Where people love you and where you find love. A place to believe in yourself. It's a place to be when you need. A place to believe in yourself no matter what. Where people help you when you're down. A place to make new friends. Where you can count on yourself and family. A place to express yourself and your feelings. A home is where you are loved. A home is where you're from. A home is where I am warm. So this one, 6th grade. Home is more than just a place. Home is where I belong. Love, comfort, laughter, fun. A feeling of warmth like the sun. Home is where my loved ones are. Home is where I know I'll find help. Welcoming, happy, cozy, lots of play. Home is where I can always stay. Home is where I am never alone. Home is where my family and I enjoy time together. Help, cuddles, a meaningful place. Home is a kind word and a smiling face. Home is where I hang my hat. Home is where I pet my cat. Care, safety, truth, belief. Home is where I fall asleep. Home is where I feel free. Home is where I can really be me. Thankful, gratitude, cherish, glad. Home is something we all should have. So our last 2 pieces of music this afternoon will be The Road Home, and our final one will be Let Everything That Hath Breath, which will feature Olivia Pace.
Tell me hands, sing hallelujah, praise his holy name, for the Lord is worthy to be praised. Let's praise the Lord.
Let's praise the Lord.
Let's praise the Lord.
Come on, everybody.
Let's praise the Lord.
Let's praise the Lord.
Let's praise the Lord.
Come on, everybody.
Let's praise the Lord.
Come on and praise the Lord.
Let's praise the Lord.
Come on and praise the Lord.
Let's praise the Lord.
You wanna praise Him.
Let's praise the Lord. Let everything
shout out. If any of you are interested in being in a really top-notch musical and fun group, our rehearsals begin the first Monday, give or take, after New Year's. And this spring, we're doing a whole concert to honor Earth Day. So this is the 50th anniversary. So we're doing a lot of stuff with like tribal percussion and string quartets and things like that. So if you're interested, talk to our board members. But thank you all for having us. Thank you. And have a great summer.